Johnny boy, look at you. Senate Majority Leader. Big chair, big gavel, big smile for the cameras while you post your little video about troops standing ready for disasters at home and enemies abroad. This year's NDAA will help America keep pace, outpace our adversaries. Adversaries? The real adversary isn't some foreign general on the other side of the world. It's the one sitting right here. The one who can walk into a polling place, register with a wink and a smile, and cancel out the vote of a citizen who actually built this country. And you had the one bill that could have slammed the door on that little magic trick. The Save America Act. Proof of citizenship to register. Photo ID to vote. Common sense dressed up as legislation. The House passed it. The people screamed for it. Trump demanded it. Your own base, the ones who put you in the big chair, were howling like wolves for one single thing: their elections back. And what did you do? You turned your back. You played the oldest game in Washington. Oh, the rules, the procedures. The Senate is a deliberative body, while the people who sent you there got deliberated right out of their own country. You had the gavel. You had the majority. You had the moment. And you chose comfort over courage. Coward. That's the word that fits, even if it stings. Not leader, not statesman, not the adult in the room. Just another suit who learned how to lose with dignity, while the people who trusted him got robbed in broad daylight. You talk about military readiness like it's the only fight that matters. Our troops can answer the call in a hurricane or a war zone, but the man holding the gavel in the Senate can't answer the call to secure the one thing that decides whether those troops even have a country worth defending? That's not leadership. That's theater. And the audience is done clapping. Look at your recent posts. Tributes to the old guard. Warm welcomes for new faces. Airport expansion photo ops in Sioux Falls. All very polite. All very Senate. Meanwhile, the House is out here trying to merge the SAVE Act onto the NDAA like it's a damn missile. And you're over there talking about semantics and process. Process? The process already failed the American people once. They watched 2020. They watched the lawfare. They watched the mail-in free-for-all. They voted for a Republican majority because they thought this time might be different. And what did they get? Another polite Republican who knows how to explain why he can't actually win. You betrayed them, Senator. Not with one dramatic knife in the back. You're far too refined for that. You betrayed them with 1,000 little handshakes. With every, "we'll get to it," and every, "the votes aren't there," and every quiet conversation in the cloakroom where the real decisions get made. You chose the approval of the people who hate you over the loyalty of the people who elected you. Your bio says father, grandfather, husband, sports fan, avid outdoorsman, hates shoveling snow. Cute. But the people you were supposed to represent? They wanted a father who would fight for their children's future, not a grandfather who smiles while the inheritance gets stolen. They wanted someone who hates the political snow job more than he hates actual snow. You had the power to force the fight. You could have made them vote on it. You could have attached it. You could have stood there and said, "This is non-negotiable." Instead, you blinked. And the Democrats didn't even have to lift a finger. You did their work for them. That's the real joke. The man who posts about outpacing adversaries abroad is too afraid to outpace the ones who want to dilute the American vote at home. The national security senator who won't secure the ballot box. The majority leader who leads his own people straight into another rigged game and calls it deliberation. You know what the funniest part is? You probably still think you're the reasonable one, the steady hand, the institutionalist who keeps the Senate functioning. But institutions only matter if they serve the people who built them. When they become shields for cowardice, they're just fancy prisons with better furniture. The American people didn't send you to Washington to protect the Senate's reputation. They sent you to burn down the parts that are rotten. You chose to polish the rot instead. So here's your standing ovation, Senator Thune, while the rest of us are left holding the torn-up voter ID and wondering why the man with the gavel decided the game was more important than the country. Why so serious? Because the punchline just landed, and it wasn't funny. It was you.
Look at this chaos! The Senate is in ruins! Order? We have no order here! Embrace the anarchy! John Thune just betrayed his constituents! He burned your trust with this NDAA! Why so serious? This is what happens when you play by their rules!